Hey everybody, welcome to another off-the-shelf board game review. This week we're looking at Fury of Dracula, a deduction game for 2 to 5 players. It's a team-based game of cat and mouse, but except in this game, you never know who the cat is and quite who is the mouse, because this is based on a classic Bram Stoker's Dracula, where Bram Stoker's Dracula is trying to spread his evil influence all across Europe, while our heroes are trying to hunt him down and put a stake right through his heart. See, in this game, this is a hidden movement game where the player who plays Dracula is going to be moving all across Europe, making hidden movements that the players don't know about. Every time he moves to a brand new location, he's going to be leaving encounters down, and whether these encounters happen to be traps, they happen to be vampires, they happen to be other things left for them out on the board for our hunters to encounter. Our hunters have no idea exactly what he's playing until they happen to enter a space where Dracula currently resides, and Dracula's either going to spring a surprise on him or he's going to hide, trying to spread his influence because of Dracula can mature vampires, or if he managed to bite our heroes or just happen to defeat them and send them to the hospital, his influence is going to quickly spread throughout Europe, and if his influence ever gets to 13, Dracula has won the game. But if our heroes can manage to put enough stakes through his heart, doing 15 points of damage before he can spread his influence, our heroes have defeated this horrible evil villain. Fury of Dracula is played over a series of day and night phases throughout the entire week, but our hunters are constantly fighting against time, because as time keeps going on, at the end of every single week, Dracula is slowly going to start raising the amount of despair going all across Europe. By the time you get to the start of the 4th week, after Dracula has managed to increase the despair level to a certain point, it's almost a foregone conclusion that our heroes are going to lose the game, because every single day starting the 4th week, Dracula can increase his influence throughout Europe on a daily basis. So our heroes are constantly fighting against time. Adding to the time pressures of the fact that during the day our hunters have access to all their abilities, including movement, but at night, when the nighttime rolls around, the darkness also comes, and the Lord of Darkness stops all of our heroes from moving, and movement is the only way our heroes are going to track down the path Dracula is taking, find out where he is, and put that stake through his heart. Players are going to have to spend the daytime walking around all of Europe trying to find our evil Lord of Darkness, either through standard movement or possibly finding horses that are going to help them travel even further across the lands, or even through train tickets that'll give them the ability to travel on these tracks and try to hunt down where this evil Dark Lord happens to be hiding. If our hunters ever move and are able to pick up the trail that Dracula has left behind for them, then Dracula is required to reveal each one of the locations as the hunters go into them, letting them know that they are closer to tracking down Dracula's trail and getting ever closer to find out exactly where the Dark Lord is hiding and possibly attack him in his current lair. It won't be that easy though, because Dracula is going to leave surprises behind for the hunters, such as spies to help him tell exactly where the hunters happen to be. Saboteurs are going to slow our hunters down. Possibly even angry mobs are going to do their best to hurt our hunters, or even newly created vampires that are going to try to make life very difficult for the hunters. If our hunters can deduce where Dracula's been traveling by following his trail, and possibly even manage to find out which hideout he currently is at, they'll end up going into combat and fighting Dracula in an effort to try to defeat him. Because remember, if they can put enough stakes through his heart figuratively and defeat the Dark Lord, they're going to save the day and save all of Europe. Now, the interesting thing about Fury of Dracula is exactly how combat's going to be played out in this game, because combat is not random. Combat's going to be based on card plays, where Dracula is going to play cards down, and then the heroes are also going to play cards down, including attacks, dodges, and even weapons they happen to find on the trail, such as classic weapons such as garlic, classic weapons such as stakes through his heart, or even less traditional weapons such as rifles and knives they're going to use to defend themselves in an effort to try to defeat Dracula as he reigns terror all across of Europe. Adding to the variety of the game is that every one of our hunters happens to have special powers that help them defeat Dracula, although Dracula also has special powers that are going to help him become more powerful, travel more in secrecy, and even regain some of his life when he gets hurt too badly. And not only that, there's also event cards in the game that can be gained from our heroes. During the day, the event cards are always going to be good for our heroes. During the night, the event cards may be good for our heroes, or they might just be bad for our heroes, depending on the luck of the draw. That is the total game of Fury of Dracula. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more, you can check out my full tutorial video for Fury of Dracula. I'll explain to you exactly how to play the complete game. You can also check out my sample gameplay video where I'll play a couple rounds of the game to give you an idea of just how the game plays. I give you some feedback while I'm playing, give you some of the strategies and how things work, and just tell you exactly why I'm doing certain things, and give you a good idea of how the game plays. Also, if you want, you can check out my full review for Fury of Dracula, where I'll go over my final thoughts on the game, give you my opinions, and tell you what I do and don't like about this classic 3rd edition of a game that's been out for over 30 years, that originally was from Games Workshop. This is now the 2nd edition from Fantasy Flight Games that's changed up some good things in some very, very good ways. Hope you enjoyed this video series. If you have any comments or questions, as always, leave them in the YouTube comments down below. I'll be sure to answer them as soon as I can. You can also email me at offtheshelfboardgamereviews, that's otsbgr@gmail.com. As always, thanks for watching, and always, please subscribe.